tell me, what are your expectations going into the season? I know that's a bit of a vague question, a bit of a pressure question first up, but what are your expectations?
I mean, it's Nigel Pearson's last year on his 3-year contract now. And I think we've seen like steady improvement over the last few years. I think now there's a lot of optimism rising from the fans. And I think we have high expectations now going into the season. It's going to be a hard one, though. We've got 6 new teams, 3 very established championship sides coming down as well. Like Leicester, it's going to be tough. But I can see us improving. I'm very happy with the signings we've made, to be honest. I think they've been very, very good from the side of Nigel Pearson and everything. But for expectations, I'd say we should be aiming to finish a bit higher, maybe challenging for playoffs. I don't see us reaching the top 6 just yet, especially this season, but moving towards that top half of the table is what I'd be expecting.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams in that kind of bunch, isn't there? I've done my championship predictions, and I initially thought, well, there's going to be a clear gap between the top teams and the bottom teams. It actually isn't as big of a gap as I thought, and there's a lot of teams in the cluster of, like, I'd say 19th to probably about 10th who could easily finish anywhere in between. And we were, in my opinion, we're in that kind of cluster. We're in that gap, and it's going to be really hard for us to finish above all of them, but I think we've got the quality now, and I think we've got the squad depth, and what we've got that some other championship clubs don't is a stable manager who's got a few years in his role. So yeah, I'd say pushing into the top half, maybe challenging for the top 8, just getting close to the playoffs is probably what I'd expect right now. We've mentioned about, expectations, and we've mentioned, top half. We're generally thinking top half. Where do you think we'll actually finish? Because I thought in my predictions we'd come 10th, and that would be, pretty successful season. Where do you think, in terms of a position, I'm pushing you here, but in terms of position, where do you think we'll finish?
I mean, I've made a thought as well. I have done a championship predictions with some people as well. I mean, it's pretty impossible, but you're right about how that, like, there's the cluster of teams. Like, I've watched some videos that they've put Hull in like 8th and some others in 16th, and like you can really mix it about and you don't know what's going to happen. Personally, I think we'll come 11th. I think we've seen steady improvement. We finished 19th a few seasons ago, then 17th. Now the most recent season, 14th. So there's steady improvement. I think we'll make another step towards that top half, and I think we'll show the championship. And I feel like we'll make Ashton Gate a hard place to come to. And I think with these signings, and if we keep Alex Scott as well, I think it'll be very useful. I'm not sure, there were a few bids rejected by Bournemouth and Wolves, but nothing that. So
nothing. It hasn't really developed afterwards, and we think Wolves are in a bit of a financial predicament where they can't afford the price we're paying for him. So hopefully he stays to the start of the season.